news comes first. This is KCRA 3 News at noon.
Continuing coverage of the Bonanza fire in El Dorado County, where evacuation orders stand for those impacted. A major Supreme Court ruling today, what the court is deciding when it comes to gender-affirming care. Rising temperatures across our region, how hot it's expected to get, and how to protect yourself and your family from the heat. We begin at noon with the hot weather starting to ramp up. Thanks for joining us at noon. I'm Lisa Gonzales. We begin with those rising temperatures, and they are rising. And the developing story we continue to follow in El Dorado County. Evacuation orders have been lifted. Residents can now return. And KCRA 3's Melanie Wingo spent the morning at the fire line to show us the progress that firefighters have made. Our crew also saw a damage assessment team out there driving through the fire zone this morning as they're determining the scope of any fire-related property loss. In Sacramento p.m. As fire danger increases across our region, PG&E says power shutoffs are likely this week. The utility following a developing story out of Placer County, officials have confirmed the first mosquito sample to test positive for West Nile virus in the county this year. The Placer Court upheld a Tennessee law restricting gender transition care for children, delivering a major blow to transgender rights. Today's 6-3 ruling is likely to have a broad impact. 24 other states already have laws similar to the one in Tennessee, which bars gender transition surgery, puberty blockers, and hormone therapy. Julia Ainsley has the details on this controversial ruling. Back here in our area, the city of South Lake Tahoe just approved a new vacation home rental ordinance, but with it comes some big compromise. The police department is rolling out an updated reporting system, and now you can report nearly all crimes online. At national parks across the country, we're going to hear from experts on the impacts that may have. And tracking Hurricane Eric. Conditions intensifies. Eric's expected to make landfall tomorrow. Small signs are popping up at national parks across the country. They're asking the public to report any negative references to American history. It's part of a directive by President Trump to restore, quote, truth and sanity to American history. Leslie Brinkley reports that critics say it's erasing narratives from the past. Park officials plan to remove or cover up all inappropriate content at national parks and sites by September.
Weekend, Lisa, is you got to be mindful of your outdoor activities. Don't do anything that would spark a fire, because those north winds can certainly fan them a long way.
Yeah, that includes mowing your lawn and anything like that, any chains hanging down anywhere. Thank you so much. Gaming heist, how thieves got away with multiple pallets of a popular gaming console from a truck headed to stores. What detectives are doing to track those devices down. Just into the KCRA 3 newsroom, a jury found Karen Reed not guilty of second-degree murder. We have a $5 heist was discovered earlier this month in Colorado involving the thefts of thousands of a Nintendo Switch 2 gaming consoles worth about $500 each. Rachel Krause has the latest. As deputies work to detect who cleared out these consoles, they say if you too are on the hunt for a Switch, stick to the shops that you know and trust. Tensions escalating in the Middle East. President Donald Trump issuing new threats against Iran. How Iran's supreme leader is firing back. And deadline to save TikTok. The latest update on the ongoing saga to keep this popular video sharing app alive here in the U.S. Live pictures from our downtown Sacramento sky camera. And look at this. Traffic on I-5 moving nicely north and southbound.
Where the news comes first. This is KCRA 3 News at noon.
Going to the Middle East now, where Iran's supreme leader today rejected U.S. calls for surrender in the face of blistering Israeli strikes. We have Richard Engel in Tel Aviv with the newest information. President Trump's 75-day extension to help strike a deal to save the popular video-sharing apps TikTok runs out today. But to the latest in the push to ban artificial dyes from the foods on our grocery store shelves after RFK Jr. said the government would work with companies to phase out those dyes. Vicki Nguyen has the latest on one major food company that is doing just that. There are 9 synthetic food dyes approved for use in foods by the FDA. All right, losing funding, why a school serving visually impaired students in Nevada is facing budget cuts and how parents are pushing back. JetBlue says it will be slashing flights and cutting costs. The airline announced a round of President Trump's so-called Big Beautiful Bill makes its way through the Senate. We're learning that it could put 16 million acres in California up for sale. Nevada, one of the state's only schools serving visually impaired students, is losing funding. Alexis Fernandez explains why it comes as the state is facing major budget cuts. Gilman is now spearheading community fundraising efforts and hopes to keep that program intact. Being honored across the world, how a local filmmaker from Folsom's getting his recognition from film festivals. Difference. That's what Virginia Tech football players are doing by partnering with a nonprofit to build beds for kids in need. Kelly Marsh has the story where players are hard at work. That's pretty exciting. Those kids are doing that. Well, here in our area, another exciting thing for a young person. A 20-year-old filmmaker from Folsom is receiving international acclaim. He is the director, producer, editor, co-writer, and star of a new movie making its way through film festivals around the world called Jukebox Hero. Take a quick sneak peek. It is time to celebrate the class of 2025. Kaylana Parker graduated. Developing story right now. CHP officers are looking for the driver who hit and killed a man and his dog in Sacramento County and then took. Kelly Clarkson show at 3. Kelly shocks Willie Geist with 6th grade homeroom teacher from the classroom where he met his wife. Take a look. How did you developing story out of the Bay Area where John Fisher, the owner of the San Jose Earthquakes, the soccer team, says he is putting the club up. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Thanks for watching the KCRA 3 News at noon. I'm Lisa Gonzales. Join me again today at 4 or 5 or any time of day on the very local app. It's free to download, free to stream.